Hi everybody, and welcome back. Mrs. Mason from the Highland Virtual Academy, and I'm going to be presenting a numeracy lesson. This is a second level numeracy lesson, but it's nice and easy. So today we're going to have a little look at some symmetry. Okay, so this is the third in our series of lessons about patterns, and there's a huge pattern in symmetry. So let's have a look at what you're going to need today for your lesson. So you're going to need a pencil, a ruler, rubber, you might use that a lot, squared paper, and lots of creativity. I didn't put patience down there, but you're definitely going to need it. Okay, so here are some names of different types of symmetry according to the shape that they're on top of. So bilateral symmetry for the bug, the fruit fly. Bilateral is just bi is 2 in half. So radial, the next one, and then spherical for the round shape. So symmetry means when both sides of the shape are exactly the same. And I know you'll have done lots of symmetry throughout school. But your challenge today is to complete these symmetrical shapes, and they get slightly harder as they go on. So let's start nice and easily. I've said you can use a ruler for this, which of course you can. Remember, a ruler technique is to place the ruler first and then draw the lines, because that's maybe easier than putting your pencil on the paper first and then the ruler. I always think it's easier to put the ruler down first, exactly where you want the line, then use your pencil to draw it. So do the star. Now things are getting a bit tricky. There are still straight lines and angles here. This is going to be a pair of glasses, of course. So take your time. Remember, they've got to be exactly correct. Every time you draw a line, compare it with the other side of the paper. Accuracy is really difficult when you're doing symmetry, when it's tricky shapes like this. So I've suggested that you might turn the paper around. Sometimes I find it easier if I move the paper this way or that way, and then make sure I'm comparing both sides of the paper. Now things are getting very tricky. So we're into freehand now. So freehand means you can't use your ruler. Although this looks a little bit jaggy, I don't think that's been done with a ruler, and I want you to try and do it freehand. Remember, both sides have to be exactly the same. Final challenge, find a picture in a magazine or newspaper, draw your grid lines across it. You might be lucky enough to have a cellophane which has grid lines already drawn on it that you can place onto things, and then use that as a template for the last symmetry drawing. So you can find your magazine picture or a newspaper picture. It needs to be a picture that somebody doesn't want to be using again, because you need to fold it in half. Put it down on a white piece of paper, put your grid, and then draw your grid lines across it. And then you're going to try and replicate from one side to the other, just so you can complete the symmetry. Okay, so you've got a few symmetrical drawings to try there. Some of them are much more difficult than others. And remember that after this pre-recorded lesson, there's a live session when I'll be here if you need any help or any advice. Okay, good luck.